Okay. I will be right back. What is happening here? Technically. Okay.
Do you see me?
Well, yeah.
Hello.
Did
Okay,
you go out
there.
and come back in or something?
I think I did. Yeah, by mistake. I'm sorry
Okay.
about that.
Okay. That's probably what
Speaking
happened.
of a missed steak, hello, welcome. Oh, we are live. Okay, cool. Welcome everyone to Meatless Monday Live. We are here to discuss a very important topic that I was so super surprised at when I read this, and I didn't read it even when it actually really came out. And then we're going to talk about some other things as well. But I want to welcome everyone to Meatless Monday. Welcome our exciting and excellent producer over here, J&J Video Reacts, and then we've got our number one moderator and fan over here, Buddha 1000. Welcome to
What's
the
up, Buddha?
stream. Woo! I was wondering what was going on. Like my head was going all around the screen there.
Yeah,
It
I'm
was a
just
little
playing with
scary.
some
I don't want
some
to be that
aspect
close up.
ratios. I'm like, how would this look? How would that look?
Just in case I have to cut that whole first part out. Welcome to Meatless Monday. Just kidding.
Hey,
But
I'm gonna need you to take a picture for me, or I'll take a picture, or do like a so we can do, hey, trying to get to X amount of subscribers so I can create you a thumbnail to put in the beginning of the stream.
oh, cool. Okay. Let's do
Let's
that.
start shooting for those higher goals and focus on those so we can keep this thing growing.
Yes, let's do it. Hey, all right. So we've got our excellent you know what, too, I want to thank you today. You did some excellent videos for me. You did a video that was like a little, I don't know, it's like vegan knowledge comes up and it's like the typewriter font comes across. It's like a little intro or logo for me. So we'll have that on most of my videos now, or the rest of them, I guess you would say. She's such a creator and created one about dairy today, which was very funny and kind of true, but you don't put it together until you actually become vegan or start looking into being plant based, and you're like, wait, it's a baby. Wait a minute, it's a lady nursing a cow, a baby cow, and then it's a person nursing from a cow, and then it says like, this doesn't
Does this make
does
sense?
this make sense?
Neither
And then
does this, or
neither
something
does
like
this,
that.
with a little circle like the
I'll find
Ghostbusters
it. I'll
one.
add it on. We'll play it real
Yeah,
quick.
we'll play it. We'll debut it here, or not debut it because I already put it out. But we can save that for our dairy one. But I'm just excited about it. So I just wanted to, again, welcome everybody. Thank you to all of those who have served in the military and who are continuing to serve and who has family that served. It
Yes.
is Memorial Day, so we definitely want to acknowledge that and thank you for listening. For those of you who are vegans, and who are not, and who are just coming in to like listen in because you thought, you know what, this is a good way to spend the end of my holiday here, is to learn about how to get healthier, right?
Mm-hmm.
Buddha, I hope you had a great day. We had a nice day, kind of productive, but I didn't have to work, so it was nice. I worked on a lot of the vegan stuff, and I know Dawn was doing her stock studying. In case
Yes, yes, yes.
anybody from American Dream Trading is listening, she was studying. Um, so basically, what prompted this is I I always post stuff that shocked the heck out of me. So there's a study, the World Health Organization, and this was back, I think it was in 2015. It'll say on my thing exactly when the first time, I think it was posted in 2015. They classified processed meat as a class 1 carcinogen, is the same way that they classify cigarettes and cigarette smoke or smoke of all, you know what I mean? Like, and it's like it basically has the same risk to cause cancer. And I'm like, people are going around and sending their kids to school like we all went with a lunch meat sandwich, and we're eating bacon and sausages, and we're giving it to other people and people in the hospitals that are sick even. And I saw these crazy low carb um things that are out, a bacon and cheese omelet for your keto diet. It's like I'm watching this happen and knowing these facts. It's like so hard to like watch the world in front of your eyes when you start to learn the truth. And it's like you don't even want to believe it, because
Right.
like, and then also red meat was right behind it. I think it was like class 1A or something. I don't know the exact facts, but it's like, could eating processed meat be as bad as smoking? It's like, yes, because the risk of certain cancers that it can cause. So we know that meat and dairy, it's high in saturated fat. So it obviously, we've talked before about how it can cause insulin resistance because it blocks up the cells where the insulin can't let the sugar in. So we know it does that. We know it increases cholesterol because it's an actual animal, and you're an animal that makes cholesterol, and this animal's giving you added cholesterol, the bad kind that's also in the animal. So it's increasing your risk of heart disease, it's increasing your blood pressure, your cholesterol. So we know that. We know that dairy causes autoimmune disorders and other issues, and it's not meant for human consumption. And for me, it stopped my allergies when I stopped drinking it, and it causes less mucus. So there's tons of things. But what about processed meat made them say that? I had to research. So
It's weird.
what ended up happening, or what I found, was it's actually something that they put into the meat. Do you mind throwing that up there, that first slide?
Sure.
Okay.
Let's see what
So
we
it's
got
actually
here.
something that goes in the meat that causes it. And it's called like nitrate, I think it is, but we'll look at the slides as they come up. But
Is that it?
yes, that's the one that was put out by The Guardian. So it says processed meats rank alongside smoking as cancer causes by the World Health Organization. It almost looked like it said WHO, which it did, but it was World Health Organization. So uh Health body said UN health body says bacon, sausages, and ham among most carcinogenic substances, along with cigarettes, alcohol, asbestos, and arsenic. So I don't know about you,
Crazy.
but I don't remember that this was like something. I feel like I would have known this. I'm like, did I just ignore it? Like when I saw it on TV or heard it in the news, did I not even hear about it? Like it must have been something, because when I YouTube it and I look it up, there's people talking about it, but I don't know if I like lived under a rock at this time in my life or what was happening. I know we were running a business, so we might have been really focused on that. But I do find that a lot of stuff like this is glazed over, or it's like very quickly paid for other doctors and other people that are gonna like downplay it. Can you do the next
Mm-hmm.
one?
Sure.
You're the best producer there ever was. Okay, so this is already one that we talked about. They're a little bit out of order, but we can go into this one and we'll get back to the processed meats. Eating lots of meat and dairy foods increases blood pressure and cholesterol.
Should I start from the bottom up? Is that it?
No, that's the last one. You were right the other way.
Okay.
I think it was just missing
So,
one in the very beginning. You can keep going. I can tell you when to stop if you want.
okay.
That might be easier. Keep going and going. Wait, that's it. That was it. The last one. Okay. Why does meat increase the risk of cancer? Red and processed meat contain heme, or I think that's how I've heard people say it, heme iron, which makes meat red in color. When heme is broken down in the gut, it forms N-nitroso compounds. These can damage the cells lining the bowel, which can lead to cancer. So that's one of the things. And then there's also something I have read that they put in the processed meat to kind of keep it, and I guess maybe that's part of it, but that's red meat. But processed meat, I assume, contains a similar compound to keep it, because you can keep lunch meat a lot longer than a regular meat, or whatever they do to make it processed, I think is part of that. And then, we all think meat actually has a nice red, color to it. When we're eating meat, we're like, yeah, that's fresh. But now we find out that's added color. And not only is the added color that makes it look quote unquote good, it's also causing us to get a higher risk of cancer. So it's definitely something that I feel like people need to know about, and you can find it if you research it. But we're also told that we have to have meat for protein, and we're told that, milk does a body good, and we're also like, that's ingrained in us. And I feel like
Mm-hmm.
this is important work we're doing here, because we really need to make sure people have the proper information to make the choice of whether you want to eat meat and dairy or not, and to know that you don't have to. I've been alive for 4 years. I've kept 50 pounds off. I feel healthy. I feel energetic. I feel focused. I don't have any health issues or concerns. I don't have any low levels of this or that. And haven't ate any meat or dairy in 4 years. So you definitely can do it. There's tons of beans, there's tons of rice out there. I just put a post on the Vegan Knowledge Facebook page today talking about how many different varieties of beans and fruits and vegetables and rice and grains and seeds and nuts and different things that you can eat. And like literally, I love replacing meat with like other carbs, because carbs are also
Mm-hmm.
good for you. So if you're on the thought that I can't have carbs, I can't have potatoes, I can't have any grains, like, or rice, because I can't have carbs, it's actually our body needs carbs. So in the beginning, we're going to want to kind of, you know, lower those, because if we're still dealing with something like sugar diabetes, then we want to lower the even those carbs at first. But as you start to cure the entire problem, you're going to end up getting to a point where you can realize that you will be able to eat as much as you want and as much of everything as you want that your body was designed to eat. And that's another
Mm-hmm.
video I'm working on right now, which I'm really excited. It's called "Are You Putting the Wrong Kind of Gas in Your Tank?" And
Nice.
it's gonna tell you in so many ways. Like, if you look at it like this, when you get a car, you go to the owner's manual to see what kind of gas goes in it, what's the best oil for it to take. You automatically know if you have bought this big truck, you might want to check and see if it's a diesel engine. When you get a pet, when you got like a hamster when you were little, for example, you looked up hamster food. You didn't just
Right.
guess what to give it. When you got a dog or a cat, like before we knew what they're supposed to eat, we wanted to make sure, okay, should I feed the dog this? We don't just feed them anything because it looks good or tastes good or whatever. I mean, some
Mm-hmm.
people feed them table food, but you know where I'm going with it, right?
Right, right,
So,
right.
like, we do that for everything else, even our blender and stuff. We're like, oh, can this go in the blender? We don't want to break it, we don't want to do any harm to this machine. We learn how we should treat our TV. But like
Mm-hmm.
our own body, we don't realize that that has the same owner's manual. And I literally have been researching this for 4 years, and everyone out there should too, because if you want to know for sure how you're supposed to eat, like our bodies actually were designed to eat. And so there's so much evidence, which the video will show you, that it's really simple as like what you should put in your car. And
Mm-hmm.
why, if somebody wants to dispute me on it, then why do we have so much type 2 diabetes? Why do we have such high levels of heart disease? Why do we have high levels of cancer? Why have we been trying to find these cures and practicing all this medicine? And the only thing we can come up with is to give somebody a medication for everything, and it's not going away.
It's just
It's
simply
what
putting a band-aid
we're
on it. It's not
eating.
solving the cure.
Right.
It's
It
not giving you a cure, it's putting a band-aid on it.
The medical industry is amazing. It's fantastic. It's got to be there. We're so thankful for our nurses and doctors, and
Hmm.
especially how they got us through the pandemic and things. And it's like it's such a great industry that could be paired with prevention,
You
you
know what I
know?
love? There's a lot of doctors that are now taking on holistic healing and getting into nutrition and recommending, like Dr. Fung,
Mhm.
recommending fasting to patients and coupling up with other doctors that are recommending better food choices. I love that a lot of these doctors are now taking ownness of that, because that is in essence part of healing.
Exactly. And we had the Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine, also known as PCRM, is like is getting bigger and bigger, and they're getting a lot more support, and they've got like thousands of doctors that are plant-based doctors that are putting out the correct info. And there's so many doctors, like you said, Don, going in the lifestyle medicine now and understanding how we can get people well. And
Hmm.
Dr. Clapper and other doctors are going in and actually educating medical students in medical schools, for the like giving them the interest in nutrition and how it relates, because so many doctors have said, even plant-based people who've become plant-based doctors say that they didn't have any nutrition. They just think it's too much and it's too separate. They separate the two, when what we're finding is it's so much more related. It's not shouldn't be an afterthought to tell someone to change their diet. The diet is
Right.
the reason for the problem. So, genetics, I was thinking about. Some people say, well, it runs in
Janetta's
my
here.
family.
Hey, Janetta, what's up?
Oh my gosh, she's gonna laugh at that. I'm gonna have to screenshot that and show her. Janetta, you better get here. She's hearing your name when I'm saying genetics. But is that your real name, Genetics, and we call you
Right.
Janetta for short? Now you got me started on the crazy joke. Um, but genetics is everybody's
That's
genetically predisposed to everything basically, and then, or if you're more at risk for something, it's still the genes are there. The food is what pulls the trigger, and the life you're leading.
right.
Everybody that definitely has a genetic predisposition can get cancer. What are you going to feed your body? Are you going to feed it the stuff that prevents it, or are you going to put in
Everybody
it
has
what
cancer
gets
in
it?
their body in some shape or form. It's the things that you eat are like gaslighting it or keeping it dormant. If you're
Mhm.
eating a lot of fruits and vegetables, drinking a lot of water, doing fasting, that's keeping those cancer cells at a minimum. That's keeping them dormant. But when you start feeding the cancer, like feeding it sugar, feeding it
Processed sugar.
processed fats, and all that stuff, then that helps the cancer to grow. Just like a human body needs food to grow, so does cancer.
Like a
So, but you
plant.
can also starve cancer by fasting, by eating fruits and vegetables. You can minimize cancer, and by doing a lot of fasting, you can actually shrink it.
Excellent. That's a good point. Which way do you wanna go, right? Which way do you
That's
wanna
it.
fuel the fire?
That's it.
You can
I
put
did
the
get that video on there too. You want to look at it real quick?
Yeah, we can watch it, and then
So
we'll go back to the slides because 'cause I've put a bunch of them. We got, like, 12 to get through. Isn't that cool?
woo,
And, like, legitimately, in my mind, it's like, that's how we think of it. Like, it doesn't make sense, and I love that. I think somebody commented. Let me give a shout out to the 2 comments we had too, already on YouTube. Uh, Deb Miller, who does, like, such a great thing. She does artwork and has a Vegan Integrity website.
Vegan
Um,
integrity. I like that play on words right there.
Yes, and she also put the website together that did the remember the one I was on? I think that is Vegan Integrity, where I have my story. She has stories of all the different vegans and their journey to show people how how it's impacted their life, and lots of resources on there, all the plant-based videos. But she said, excellent, not your mom, not your milk, because that's what we never
Love it.
always think of. It's like just like a human, a cow has to actually get pregnant in order to have a baby and then lactate. It doesn't just happen out of the blue. And so then the baby has to be taken from her because she only has so much milk for so much time, so they have to get the milk out of her. So you don't realize the cow, first of all, we're not even supposed to have it. It gives us IGF and other hormones that have been known to cause cancer, especially breast cancer. So we're not supposed to be drinking cow's milk. There's plenty of substitutes for it. You don't even really need it. But on the other hand, and it's causing cows to suffer
Yeah,
the way that they're over milked. They're artificially inseminated. I mean, they don't even get to have fun making the baby cow, right?
it's
Like
crazy.
they are
What's
these
what's our
machines.
next slide, baby?
Okay, I
Also,
got off on my cow
no,
tangent.
you're
But
good.
Dawn, that was excellent. Anyway, let me read the next one. Angela said, that tells it all in 10 seconds. It drives home the point of just how ridiculous the entire subject is, and yet we're still dealing with this crap. Thank you, vegan knowledge. And so you like basically took an idea we were talking
We
about
were
this
just sitting
morning.
there having a conversation about how it doesn't make sense that, like, it's like, okay, why would you drink cow's milk when a cow doesn't? Oh, that's what it was. We were just sitting there having coffee, and I'm like, would you breastfeed a cow?
Right.
And it's like, can you picture a woman breastfeeding a cow? And it's like, oh, wait a minute. Ding, ding,
And
ding,
it
ding,
was
ding,
like
ding.
these, and somebody on this page that actually brought the whole conversation up was like, somebody was like talking about milk, and they're like, yeah, because processed hormones and stuff that they put in here, the
We
antibiotics,
were talking about it.
it's like, wait a minute, you should drink raw milk to heal. Why
Yeah.
would you drink any milk? Raw, unraw, whatever you want to call it. That doesn't, we're the
Pasteurized,
only
homogenized.
species that would ever think of having the milk of another species, and it doesn't match what our bodies were designed to eat. So like, I love that you put that together. That's why everybody should check out J&J Video Reacts, and that logo at the end is what I was talking about. You even did that.
Yeah, I
So
got your little logo drop going on. So now you can throw that on the end of videos when you create them.
that
Vegan knowledge.
second,
Zoom.
I love the typewriter, and that second comment was from Angela Fischetti, who was on our show before giving us the workout. So that was cool. Thank you for commenting
Hey,
on there. It
Angela.
always helps when we.
Angela Fischetti. Awesome. That was an amazing workout that she did with us the other week.
Yes,
I don't have the
definitely.
leg pain anymore. So yeah, that definitely helped. That stretch she showed me, I was doing that for a couple days after that, and that really helped to like stretch it out.
Yeah, definitely. I thought that really was motivating to get me on a, like, we started walking and stuff after that too more. I
Yep.
noticed, like yesterday we went out to walk on the boardwalk, and we walked like to the place
We
we
did
were
it a
going
couple
for the
times this week.
pretzel. And
Yep.
when we got there, Don's like, you know what, you want to just keep going? I'm in a zone, and I was kind of in a zone too. I'm like, yeah, we already got all the way out here, so we're gonna
Yeah.
walk 10 feet to get this pretzel. We might as well take. We took a long walk, and then it started almost raining all over us, but it held out till we got home. It's
Yep.
okay. We wouldn't have melted. All right,
Yep.
I'm ready for the next slide. Sorry, I ramble.
You're good. All right. So just let me know, I guess, which one it is. Is it that one?
Let's see. Okay, well that's definitely one that we can talk about. I think we pretty much covered why the processed meat can cause that, but I just wanted to put up a couple other side effects that have nothing to do with processed meat. Um,
You want me to stay on this slide or no?
yeah, you can stay on this.
Okay.
Fat in the bloodstream can build up inside the muscle cells, creating toxic fatty breakdown products and free radicals that block insulin signaling processes. And this is from I always put the sources on here, nutritionfacts.org. So that's a really good site too if you want to go to it. They have meal plans and things. But what this is saying is what I always talk about with type 2 diabetes, how people blame sugar as the cause, or don't want to eat fruit, or they don't want to eat carbs, or they don't want to eat this, and that. The reason that you're getting the insulin resistance, which causes your sugar not to get in your cells, is fat. And the highest saturated fat is meat and dairy. So, like, we really need to look at that. Like, I just want people to understand that like, at the end of this, we're going to talk about what we eat and how you can start the transition. But the really important thing is for you to understand the why. And, like, I didn't know all of this until literally all of a sudden I was like, "Wow, why do I feel so different? Why did this go away? Why did my allergies go away? Why don't I have high blood pressure anymore? Why am I able to keep the weight off? Why do I have energy? Why does I don't even need lotion on my skin as much?" And different things that started happening, and I started looking it up and finding all this, and I'm like, "Gosh, I have to tell people." I'm like, and I know, Dawn, you do the same thing. Sometimes we bring it up in regular conversations and people don't wanna hear it, but it's like the way that you know what I mean? It's what we're passionate about, and I'm really thankful for everybody that comes on and listens to this, whether you are, whole food, plant-based or not. It's really, like, it means a lot that you're at least opening your mind to it.
Yep.
Ready for the next slide.
All right. Let's go
And
with that one.
why does red meat okay, red and processed meat contain I think this is the one where we already did, yeah, that we did this one,
Did we already do that one?
milk and other dairy we can look at this one. Milk and other dairy products are the top source of saturated fat in the American diet, contributing to heart disease, type 2 diabetes,
That's what you were just talking about.
and Alzheimer's disease. Studies
That's huge.
have also linked dairy to the increased risk of breast, ovarian, and prostate cancer. So, when it comes to not only meat causing those cancers that have to do with the colon and the prostate and everything, it actually, dairy is linked to it, all because of putting stuff in that is not supposed to go there. Go ahead, Dawn.
What?
You were saying that's huge. Oh,
Yeah,
about the
that is huge.
Alzheimer's?
But Alzheimer's and the whole colon cancer. I'm a colon cancer survivor, and I ate plenty of red meat, during the time that I ended up, going through that. So, and it's so funny because it took me a while to become vegan, but now that I'm vegan and I'm already 20 years cancer free, I'm pretty sure that in this lifetime I'm probably going to end up transforming over to the other shore by some other means, but colon cancer definitely won't be it.
That's right. Amen to that. And the more you put good stuff in your body, the more you're getting rid of all that. Like I said, people in within a couple of weeks of eating this way, these studies are starting to show that you're starting to really, like, eliminate the symptoms and starting to reverse the actual chronic illness. Like, people
Yeah.
are, the type 2 diabetes, people are starting to lower their medication, eventually going off of it. There's
Mhm.
plenty of studies of people who have reversed heart disease. Like, you can look at these studies on different the one website, Forks Over Knives, which I think one of these quotes is from, really tells you it's on their success stories. Now, if you're starting to think, well, wait a minute, I don't eat lunch meat a lot, that one, can you put that one up? I was just about to talk about it. I was like, oh, that's a good one. Like, and this is why I put this one up, because I'm going to tell you, I went on a diet where I ate turkey sandwiches for months. Like, that was my main meal. And I, like, had, like, pretzels and mustard. And I ate, like, low fat mayonnaise, the kind that you can buy, like, what was it? I forget. Like, I guess they all made it, but it was like Hellman's Light mayonnaise or something like that. So I would
Hellman's just
eat,
make sure they get all
they
fronts. They've
cover it
got the
all.
big, vegan, light. They got it all. They make sure you stay within their brand for mayo.
That's right, and they do a good job with that Hellman's vegan mayo. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not really eating any processed stuff, for the most part, but I definitely that's the best one if you're looking for it. I did a whole video when we tried all those. Um, but it was like chicken maybe or anyway, what I was gonna say is I feel terrible now. I'm thinking I'm eating healthy and I did lose weight. Losing weight is deceptive. Just like the carb and keto diets, you're losing weight, but you're making yourself sick in a different way. So like chicken may be as bad as steak when it comes to cholesterol. A new study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition by scientists at Children's Hospital Oakland Research Institute found there's no statistical difference between red and white meat raising low density lipoprotein, which is the LDL cholesterol. So, like, I always thought, oh wow, I'm eating chicken on my salad. I'm reducing my red meat, so I'm doing a lot of good. And obviously having something lower in fat's going to be better, but I think people make the mistake of also thinking chicken or turkey sandwich is better than a steak when it comes to like blood pressure and everything. And now we're finding this is from 2019, like 3 years ago, but they're finding that chicken, because of also a bunch of like weird
That's the year
stuff
you
that they're
went
doing to
vegan.
chickens. Right. And that's not even why. But that's the interesting thing. There's so many myths, that we think, and that's what I'm like. Wow, I just like you really have to open your mind and like erase everything you ever heard and thought and were taught, and get the real go for these research studies that actually are studies, and not just someone's opinion. Because you don't want to listen to my opinion. My opinion could be anything. This is
Mm-hmm.
proven facts, like the China study is a good book to get. If you and Dr. Greger is a doctor online. You can just look it up. He's got a website and an organization. He literally makes it his life's work to read all these like journals of medicine research studies when they come out about nutrition. And he actually cured his grandmother of something. I forget if it was heart disease. I'll have to look that up. For maybe we'll do a stream about it. But that's what got him so passionate about it. Is he was in medical school and he learned about how plant-based diet can, heal. And he did the experiment on his own grandmother, and she lived like another 20 years over. They gave her like a year.
What?
Something to that. I
That's
might be exaggerating
awesome.
the numbers, but it was like basically that sold him.
She
And
outlived her death sentence.
he doesn't take any money for anything that he does. Everything he does, he donates it to whatever she had the foundation for, and like other plant things. So he just really
That
just
is
made this
amazing.
public service. He does like live Q&A every other Friday or something like that. He's the one that we were talking about is on the treadmill the whole time he does the live, and by the end you can hear him start to get like a little bit winded. He just stands there in his room on the
Wow.
treadmill. It's kind of
And
cool.
does live streams. That's pretty cool. I like that.
Yes. All right, we ready? Let's see what we got. The exciting slides can build up inside. Oh, I think we did this one. Yes, this is the one about the type 2 diabetes. Oh, here's a good one. Now, this, on the other hand, a diet rich in vegetables and fruits can lower blood pressure, reduce the risk of heart disease and stroke, prevent some types of cancer, lower risk of eye and digestive problems, and have a positive effect upon blood sugar, which can help keep the appetite in check. So now we've got the,
Nice.
what was this from Harvard? They're usually pretty smart people. Um, they actually did this study showing that these are the effects. So that's what we mean about fueling your body. So now all of a sudden it becomes like, wait, okay, I know that drinking's bad. I know that smoking's bad. Now you should just add that right onto the list, because you're doing basically a lot of the same stuff to your body if you're eating meat and dairy, at least. And that's the predominant part of your diet, where you don't even want to like not have it on your plate, or you don't even feel like you're eating. It's not like people in the standard American diet have a balance like, oh, you know what? I eat fruit most of the week and then I have one meat product here and there. No, it's
Yeah.
like they have gotten it drilled into our head that you're supposed to have this plate of lots of meat, little maybe a bit of vegetables. Oh, but don't eat too much of this vegetable. It's got fiber. Or don't eat too much rice. You
Meat and
know,
potatoes.
the healthiest countries in the world, in this study they did, actually their predominant part of their diet is rice. So it's, if you think about it, people live much longer in China than they do here.
It's true.
And
That's very
now
true.
they've also noticed that over time, as the diets in other countries that were predominantly even Mediterranean diet countries, they've gotten it more Americanized, and they noticed that those health issues that they never had are starting to go up, kind of like what the American diet has, you know. And I know, I think, I don't know if we have any more. We can talk about them before we just like open it up if you want. Is there any more slides that we didn't cover?
Let's see. What about that one? Did we do that one?
Oh, here it is. I did want to mention this, because, of course, I thought, you know what? Some people may not want to do what we do and go completely whole food plant based. Maybe, or sometimes we have these sometimes too. Sometimes we might want to have a lunch meat sandwich with some Hellman's vegan mayo, or we might want to, use these different products. And tofurkey is like the one I always recommend to people. The kind of simulated lunch meat, I guess you would
Is
call
that
it.
the one that makes the ham that I like?
Yes, they make
Okay.
ham, turkey, all kinds of, they have roast beef. I mean, they've got, and these meats taste just like
It
regular
tastes just
lunch
like
meat.
the regular lunch meat.
And they are actually committed to never using GMOs, hexane extracted soy products, soy protein isolates, nitrates, which are what we just found is what is added in the meat, artificial colors or flavors, high fructose corn syrup, or partially hydrogenated, which I don't even know what that means anything, but I guess it's not good. So even if some people will try to say, well, if you start eating vegan processed meat, it's just as bad. It does have a lot of sodium, and I don't recommend eating those products. But please know that they're there if you are having family over for a cookout and they traditionally eat meat, or you're having trouble transitioning and you need this comfort meal, or you just want to have, I think
And you'll
there.
notice too, when we used to do these streams, we pushed that stuff a lot, but it wasn't because that was all that we were eating. We were eating a lot of it, but over time, we've realized that it's not good to eat a bunch of processed food, no matter whether it's plant based or not, because some of the plant based stuff can be just as bad, like Jen just said. But it is a good transitional tool.
And it's better than if you were eating regular meat because it doesn't have actual
Absolutely.
cholesterol. Yes, it
Right.
has higher sodium. It doesn't have what animals' products
But
have
at the
in
end of
it.
the day, it's still plant based.
It's plant-based, but not, and that's why I went to saying whole food plant-based.
Yep.
Because like what we want to eat is actual whole foods, like not a whole pizza, but like a broccoli, for example, and Brussels sprouts and beans are whole foods. Rice, quinoa. I think I
instead
finally said it
instead
right.
of like we could chop up some Beyond Meat, or you could like make some lentils, which have almost the same texture as like the beef does at Taco Bell. Put some taco seasoning in there, a little bit of salt and pepper, and throw it in a taco shell. Throw some lettuce, tomato, and onion or whatever you want on there, and you're eating a taco that tastes just like Taco Bell, and it's beans, and it's not beans out of a can. It's beans that you went and cooked, and that's what they mean by whole food. Now the only thing that's processed there is the tortilla wrap,
But even
but
those,
other
you
than
can get
that,
organic good ones too if
yeah,
you want, or you can make your own. Some people make their own. I mean, but
that's truly plant-based eating.
and if you're somebody that
Whole
likes like
food
taco
plant-based.
salad, you can just throw it on top of a salad and like have it, and there's that you just made me really hungry because let's just
You
tell
can
them
make
that's
some nice
what we're
nice
having tonight.
nachos, Jen.
Yes, with
Nachos.
the beans on top, right?
Yeah, man.
That's what we did. I think we did a stream on that, or we were going to that. If you take, for example,
And
any
our corn
kind of
chips
beans.
vegan, like Tostitos.
Oh yeah,
It's on.
let's do it next weekend. Nachos or Taco Tuesday.
Yep.
and then you could take it and wrap it in lettuce, like, all the stuff that you would have normally done if you want to do it without the taco shell or the tortillas, but you can do anything, like, you can take lentils or any beans or mushrooms even, and the way that you season them or the sauce that you use, the spices and seasonings are the things that make meat taste good. So it's like it's the same thing. You just get a little creative with food, and when you get used to it and realize, hey, I'm healing because of what I'm eating, and you start feeling good, you're going to be even more motivated, and you're going to find this whole world of stuff that you had no idea even existed, stuff that you didn't even realize you liked, all these different vegetables and mixtures and soups and different things you're going to do, and you're going to find, wow, I'm eating food that I know what's in it. It's a carrot,
Absolutely.
and I'm making it into something that tastes really good, and, like, it will get you motivated the better you feel. That's what happened to me. Like, I got so enamored by the whole thing. Look, I'm even now 4 years later on here talking about it, whether I'm hungry, whether I work 2 jobs and don't feel like coming on. It's that important and that passionate.
That is amazing, honey. I'm so proud of you.
I'm proud of you because it's been a long
I feel
time now
good.
that you've been off the mucus. I mean, the cheese. You've been
No
off the
pizza for
secretion.
me. I went
Yes,
vegan, completely vegan in 2020. No, I went plant-based, or let's
vegetarian.
say vegetarian, yeah, in 2020. Um and then I went completely vegan in August of 22.
That's impressive.
Sweet.
It's like it's not sometimes it's not a race how we can get there. It took me
Mhm.
42 years hearing different things, trying tofu, which is really good too. Over time, I'd eat it sometimes, but I didn't realize even I was just eating it because I liked it and I was intrigued by it. And like I realized that's the same thing. You can season that up just like barbecue chicken or whatever you normally eat. Yes, is it different? It's different in a sense that you're learning something new. Your mind has to get around something new. When you
Right.
change anything in your life, when you change your diet, but you have to embrace it and you have to like get excited about it. You can't look at it as what you can't have. And it's just like people say when they quit smoking, speaking of the title of this stream, I knew for years smoking wasn't good, but it might not mean, I knew that it wasn't good that I would eat, I thought, fast food like McDonald's. Did it stop me from completely eating it? No. So maybe I thought that it was okay to eat chicken though. And then when you
Right.
realize now, I realize, okay, it's not easy to change your diet, but it can be. Anything is as easy as we can make it. If you make that commitment to do this for your health and your family's health, I mean, we don't want to start our kids out having higher risk of heart disease and clogging arteries and cancer. It's
Right.
like there's a whole world of information here that we're being misled about. So it's important enough that it would be really, I think, a good idea to do more research about, and to really get in your own head and say, hey, I want to make this change. I know it won't be easy, but I'm going to go to the store and I'm going to see what these chicks are talking about. And I'm going to buy a bunch of stuff that has to do with, I'm going to buy a whole bunch of different vegetables, a whole bunch of fruit, and I'm just going to buy beans. I'm going to buy all the rice I can find, and I'm going to make some different mixtures. And I'm going to take,
I'm
instead
just
of
gonna
my meat
play around
for a
with it.
week, how about instead of your meat for a week, do beans and rice, different beans, or chili with beans instead of meat? Whatever you're about to make, replace the meat with the bean. And it can work because it happened. I did
It
it.
could work. It happens.
Right.
Remember Pretty Woman?
And you'll feel good.
Is that one
Oh,
you read?
yes, I read this one. Yep. You want to
Okay.
do one
What
more?
about that one?
A diet rich in vegetables can lower blood pressure.
We
Yeah, we
just
did
did that,
this
right?
one. Yes, we might have went through 'em. Oh, yep, we did this one. Yes, we might have went through 'em. Oh, yep, we did this one. Yes, we might have went through 'em. Oh, yep, we did this one. Yes, we might have went through 'em. Oh, yep, we did this one. Thank you. We'll just check them out. The World Health Organization has classified processed meat, including ham, bacon, salami, and frankfurts, also known as hot dogs, as
Mhm.
a group 1 carcinogen known to cause cancer, which means that there's strong evidence that processed meat cause cancer. Eating processed meat increases your risk of bowel and stomach cancer. Red processed
Hence
meat,
the
smoking
thumbnail.
and eating meat, are they the same? So I guess we've answered that question. Yeah, they are. And then don't even think you can eat chicken. And then there's a whole nother thing about mercury and fish and things we could go into. And then there's a whole thing about what I put out today, that there's billions of animals that are killed in the planet, and there's just 100,000 reasons to be vegan. So not that I'm pushing anyone to be vegan, but yeah, I'm
I
pushing
am.
everyone to be vegan.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think we got them all.
I think so.
I don't feel like we
That
went
one.
through 12 of them, but we did. We made it happen.
Yeah,
And then
that's
I
pretty
did
awesome.
something tonight that I don't normally do because I didn't have work tonight. So what I did was I actually started preparing my vegetables. So I got, and every night, I without fail, I do not, just if we're going to even have lentil tacos, let's say, I never just eat the lentil tacos. I always have a mixture of Brussels sprouts, tomatoes, celery, um, cabbage, and a couple other things. And
Wow.
every night I have that, and then I have a raw salad, and which I'm gonna have with tacos tonight, because I'm gonna do like lettuce mixture with the salad and put the lentils on
You
top.
know what I just thought about? Some
Corn.
tacos, some corn shells,
Mm-hmm.
like from Taco Bell. You know Taco Bell. We would order those sometimes. I'd like to taste the lentils in that.
You want to taste lentils in a Taco Bell shell?
Yeah, like the crunchy one.
But they sell that. We used to get the taco kits.
That's what I just said.
Oh, I
Yep.
thought you meant like go to Taco Bell and
Oh
get
no
like
no 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 no
shells.
no.
I was like, they probably sell them to us.
Yeah, no, the
The
taco
taco kit.
kit. Yeah,
Yeah, we
it
did
comes
that
with the
with
seasoning and everything.
remember one time we went to Chipotle and got their sofritas
Yep,
and got the taco kit?
I do.
Forage or Regan
And
sour cream is good.
yep,
I remember that. You froze up a second if I talked over you.
did I?
Yeah, it was
No,
weird. At least on my end,
did
it
I?
looked like you
Ah,
froze. Are you cold over there?
oh, weird. No, I'm good.
Just kidding. You froze, get it? Oh my, the jokes must stop. So, anyway, are there any questions or comments or anything from the audience here that we need to go over before we go? Buddha said, "Don't forget to hit that like button, comment, and subscribe to become a member of the Veganology crew." Thank
Right.
you.
Thanks, Buddha.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
And don't forget, eat your beans, eat your fruit. I'm thankful that you guys come on and listen. And I know a lot of people are probably going to catch the replay because I didn't get a chance to really send out the links. We were running so late. And I definitely did not get a chance to really do a lot of posting. And it's a holiday, so people are likely spending time with family, which we had a beautiful day yesterday with my mom, my Aunt Peggy, my sister Brooks, my sister Lily, and her friend. I can't remember her name right now. I feel terrible. But
Who? Riley?
no, I don't think that was who we had with us. Anyway,
Who? Aunt Peggy?
no, like the little girl that was with Lily. I was
That was
Oh, it
Riley.
was? Oh my gosh, I'm
Yeah.
so out there. I didn't even know. I was like, that wasn't Riley. They are getting so
Yeah, that was
big.
Riley.
Like my little sister Lily, like we saw her at Thanksgiving last. And all of a sudden, like she's literally this tall, like almost up to my head. And like I feel like here, she was getting tall then, but like she grew that much in like how old is she? 10?
I think she might be 11.
11? Well, still, I'm like, she definitely is going to be as tall as me. I'm like, I'm going to be, am I shrinking? The shrinking vegan. And mom did like a dance to Dawn playing the drums. It was really cool. So,
You got a comment.
all right. Thank you. Buddha said, "I'm just shocked that meat is on the same danger level as cigarettes. That's wild, but great info."
How about that?
That's like I was like, "Whoa." And this came out that long ago? Like it's like I'm shocked about it too. And I believe it because of the reason. They can tell us
Yeah.
anything, like, but that probably wasn't supposed to get out, and somehow the World Health
Class one
Organization put
carcinogen.
it out, right? And I'm sure there's so many things in other stuff too. That's why I think we're moving away from the processed onto the whole foods, because like you don't know what's in this stuff that's putting the artificial flavors and holding on, like something that can last for months, like canned beans, how much sodium is in them. Anita, oh my goodness, we have not seen you in so long. I know
Hey,
you've been busy
Anita.
pumping out those at work, getting all those people ready for the director or head or CEO of training. I don't know, whatever you're called, but you're important. She said, "Hey, ladies, welcome in. I hope you're doing well and feeling good." I remember I texted the link like a couple of weeks ago. I was like, "What's up, stranger?"
Look, JJ, I got to put you out there. She's slipping into her former role. She is really helping a lot of those agents over there.
I'm trying.
That's just who she is. And it's so funny that, she's trying to get her work done, but she's slipping back into old habits, helping. And a lot of those RSs are starting to rely on her to do that.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
you know what? I told her, listen, you should freelance, as they should have a freelance position where she could kind of be a go between in between you guys and the resource specialist. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she said, "I'm in a
So,
fog." Thank you, though. Thank you for everything you did while I was there
yeah,
for me too. And thank you
yep,
for coming on and supporting the stream. Like, it's funny
it's
how
pretty
you meet
awesome.
people along the way in your journey and how where
Yeah.
they end up, like something that you would never think that would connect to people. Like, wait a minute, plant-based? Oh, okay, you're there too. I was talking to
Yeah.
somebody at work and had no idea, that they would even be interested in that. And they're like, "Oh, wait, you don't eat meat either?" Yeah, Anita said
Pretty
she's
interesting.
been telling JJ that. Yeah, definitely. We're gonna make it happen one of these days.
Yeah. That'd be so cool if they did like keep it independent, do a freelance thing because you're so good at training people.
Definitely.
You're really good teachings in your blood, and they do well when you seem to have a knack for knowing how to get in and help the most difficult people
Mhm.
understand what they need to do.
Yes. And some of those, I'll
So,
text you the names later, Anita. Just kidding about difficult. I'm just joking. But thank you, Dawn, for having that confidence in me, because you're a great teacher too. So that means a lot. And Anita
uh,
as well.
thanks, Anita, for recognizing greatness too, because and coming on here and still supporting Jen. You know what I mean? So you're a real one. We appreciate you.
AC, and you got the cool initials like Dawn's hometown, almost Atlantic City. And Buddha, thank you. She said, "Let's get vegan to 15,000 subscribers." I love her like lofty goals. We're at
I love
103,
them.
so I
I
was thinking
love
I just want to get
them.
to
Got to
110,
start somewhere.
but it's
Got to start
difficult to get
somewhere.
new subscribers for like, especially on that's something that people don't necessarily want to hear about. Because it's like, I
Just
don't
got
want
to
to
keep
change my
going.
diet. I don't know. I just want something that's going to say why eating meat is good. People tend to go for that. But I'm giving the other side of the story, so I get it. But at least you got two fun people to talk about it with, right?
There you
We,
go.
we we're
There
pretty
you go.
fun people.
We try. Yep.
I
So, anything else to add?
That is actually everything that I think we are that we wanted to cover. I mean, I just wanted to let everybody know that you might have missed that in the news, and we got to show the beautiful video that you put together. As weird as it looks, it's beautiful because
Let's
it's
show it
giving the good
again.
message. Just in case anyone missed it. that. I love that. And for anyone who just is wondering in the end, like why do we do all this and what you can experience, it's not only for losing weight, but you can feel better, you can feel healthier, and you can get rid of things that have probably been bothering you for years. Like I got rid of back pain completely. It reduces inflammation, got rid of allergies. I've kept off weight like no other diet that I've ever had, feel more energetic, and so many other changes. Well, we went over that last week. So if you need help,
Mhm.
go to the description of this video. And if you want some ideas, we've got a page called Vegan Knowledge that's on Facebook, and we share ideas and I share different videos, and then I have obviously this YouTube. Um, so Anita said she went to Vegas on a business trip last month and was still, I think it cut off. ABLW?
Still.
Able? Able to be plant-based? Look, I'm guessing with it. I think it cut off. Oh, no, I hope she's still here. Able. Okay. Thank you.
The W is near the E, so maybe she
Yeah, she
mistyped.
just retyped it and said able typo. Okay, thank you. Yeah, and it's like when even able to eat more plant-based. That's great. Are you feeling good? Hopefully you are, because I know you have to be. I would almost bank on it if you're eating more plant-based. But I love how Anita is honest and shares her journey. Like she's not on a race to get there, but increasing her intake of plant-based things has made her feel healthier. Like, just your nails are too long. Yeah, mine, I don't even do my nails. See, I'm gonna blame it on that. I don't do it not because I'm lazy. I don't do them because I want to type. Yeah, let's put it that way. I was never a big nail person, as you can imagine. But that is just great. And when you're traveling, people are like, "Oh, that," they sometimes make that an excuse to not eat the right thing. Like no matter where we've went in the last 4 years, there's been something I can eat. It might not always be what like the best thing. Not everywhere is going to have these gourmet vegan meals, but everywhere has vegetables. Everywhere,
Yeah.
the Asian restaurants
Salads,
have tofu even, like, you can still do it on the
steamed
go.
vegetables, rice.
Mhm.
Even sushi, they've got vegetable rolls in sushi. You could get like an avocado roll or a cucumber avocado, or you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Cucumber, asparagus, and avocado. That's a thing,
You find
you
too,
know?
like, and Anita, you're probably finding this, that like how we are when we go into the store or we go in a restaurant, we already know what we're gonna get because it's like we've already scanned through tons of products and menus. We know how to go right to the plant-based, right to the veggies, right to the veggies you like.
Dude, sweet potato rolls. They are
Oh
so
yeah, you
good.
used to love them. You're making me want sushi right now.
I
I
know,
wish I
right?
had some of that nori, like those wraps, or something.
The
We could
seaweed.
make it. We've got this sushizi or whatever that machine, and we have not used it in like 5
But
years.
we still have to make it.
Yes, but tonight,
So they have different rice. They have sushi rice, don't they? That's real
yeah,
sticky.
they do. I saw that. So we may have to do some.
Okay.
We might have to do a
Grab some of
video of
that.
sushi, make some veggie because you can throw in a lot of stuff. And what did you see a recipe from Tabitha that had?
Tabitha Brown, she made spicy tuna rolls with carrot shreds.
Oh, nice. That sounds good.
Yeah, I definitely want to test that water.
There's so many different things you can use to, like, to get the taste that you need. Like, we were talking about the lentil tacos tonight. We keep coming back to that. Well, I'm glad everybody is. Oh, she said, "I did a lot of oat milk creamer, salads, fruit, and veggies." Nice. And, like, you start to develop, I'm sure your, like, palate is starting to develop that, like, taste. It's like whatever we start to put in our body, it's like then your body craves the fresh stuff, you know, and that is really good. I'm really, really
Oat milk
happy.
creamer for your coffee, that's pretty awesome. I do vegan creamer too, but it's Starbucks caramel macchiato. It's so good.
I think that's almond and oat milk I saw on the package one time when I was buying it.
The caramel
I
macchiato.
bet that was fun. She said on the Vegas Strip. Look at you on the Vegas Strip sporting the plant-based diet, took it all the way to Vegas.
Yes.
I think, and then they gave you hazelnut one time as a replacement, that was pretty good too. You can get just about
Mm-hmm.
any creamer like that is out there, and we were talking today about maybe even getting some of that vanilla bean powder and
Yep.
putting that in, the coffee and maybe just some regular almond milk. I bet that would even be good. I just drink mine plain. I'm plain Jane.
I like almond breeze. Almond breeze is a real good one too.
Mhm.
They make a really good vanilla creamer.
I think I wanna start trying to like, I've just not been drinking any oat milk or, like, I haven't been drinking any of the processed milk. Because then I read there was something called gellan gum or Jellum gum or something in it, and then I got nervous about that, and I'm like, "Am I doing more of a issue with that?" So I stopped. I just started drinking the coffee plain. And then, I was thinking they do have organic. It's another they've got a bunch of organic ones that don't have that in it. So, but it's a little more watered down. I see why they use that. But I want to start making our own. We've like been thinking about like that you can do it, like you can actually make your own nut milk, which, sometimes I want to put it in oatmeal and stuff. So,
Mm-hmm.
um,
I was about to say you like your coffee
I
black
can't
like your
figure
women.
out how to come on mic. Are you able to put the link on there? You're so crazy. I love that.
Yeah, yeah, I can do that.
Okay. We'll put it in the thing and that way I don't think you probably could have. I don't know that we posted the link yet. See, it wasn't you. I thought that said corn. I must be already that's how hungry I'm getting. Look, everything's looking like food. She said I can't figure out how to come on mic, not corn. While we're working on that, I want to thank you, Anita and Buddha, for being here. And don't forget to, like she said, click the like and share this. Share this with other people who might not know that smoking and meat are the same. And I love hearing other people's journey. So maybe we also have to do a whole stream if you're interested. If you ever want to come on here, I know you're busy, but we could try to plan it out, Anita, and just hear your entire journey. Oh, there it is. If you want to try to click that. Thank you, Dawn. The producer
You're
extraordinaire. Don't
welcome.
forget to join us tomorrow. Dawn will be on J&J Video Reacts where we have some fun talking about on her channel Takeover Tuesday.
Takeover Tuesday.
Yes.
We'll review the third and
Ugh.
final installment of the tell-all for 90 Day Fiance the other way. Buddha, I can't wait to light Danielle up. I cannot stand her. Did I not call it? Did I not call it? You've been with me since the beginning of time. And you know that I called that Johan was going to leave her. Did I not say that?
Mhm. Definitely.
Told you. I told you.
You definitely I
Told you
even
he was
heard
going
you
to
that's
roll
what I
out.
remember last night. That was like I had already like drifted off and I heard you say something. I was like, "What happened?" I woke up
Yep.
and watched the rest of it. Like he
I said,
said,
Johan's going to leave her.
"Mhm."
He is going to have enough of her. And he's probably going to find out what happened with the money and all of that. Johan is going to leave her. And trust and mark my words. Another reason he's probably so adamant and so final, what I tell you, he's probably got another,
Is
okay.
Anita in the waiting area yet?
No,
Oh, okay.
I don't see her. Nope, most likely he is seeing someone else. So,
Well, we'll give it a few more minutes and maybe she maybe decided that she couldn't come in or had to
yeah,
go or something. Maybe she was just saying that she typed that because she couldn't figure out how to get on. I'm not sure, but if you want to come on, the link is there. Join us. And if not, we'll be about 5 more minutes and then we're gonna get her
then we're going to
wrapped
shut her
on
on
up and get
down.
some food up in here. Um but maybe she's having a technical difficulty, so I don't want to end while we're waiting for the exciting Anita story. Gonna take us what happened in Vegas stays in Vegas. Are you gonna tell us?
That's right.
What you eat in Vegas stays in Vegas. How about that, right?
Buddha, have you been experimenting with any of the food stuff that we talked about?
I know she was saying she was eating a lot of fruit last time. Even if you change and eat lunch instead of what you normally eat for lunch, I've been eating fruit and it's made me feel so good. It's like gives you energy boost in the middle of the day.
I've been doing a lot of juicing this week. Celery juice, fruit juice. Yeah, I've been loving the juicing. And eating a lot of grapes, red grapes.
Oh yeah, you've been eating a lot of grapes. She's gotten me into grapes. I was not really even big on grapes since I was a kid, but they cleanse your body out.
They're like nature's Jolly Rancher to me.
Yeah, they're really sweet. I love cantaloupe. Like every day, this is what we literally keep in our house every week. We've got watermelon, blueberries. I keep cantaloupe. Dawn doesn't really like cantaloupe. We keep obviously a lot of
I'm more of a watermelon person.
we keep a lot of celery. But that's not a fruit. I was going on
Lettuce,
fruits.
tomato,
Tan
onions.
clementines. We keep I was
Yep.
thinking of the fruit at first.
Granny Smith apples,
Oh my
bananas.
goodness, I forgot we had apples. I haven't been eating them. Bananas. I eat a banana every day. It's really good for you, especially if you are like what is it that I always eat that for? Potassium. It's really good for you to have that. And like
We've been eating pineapple.
pineapple. Oh, let's do a whole stream on pineapple. There's so many health benefits in pineapples. It's crazy. Like it's just so many good
We've
things.
got a neighbor that owns the condo that's under us, named
He's
Pineapple.
called pineapple, and I'm like every time we talk about it, I'm like he's gonna probably think we're talking about him. But you're a cool pineapple too. We're just talking about the
Yes,
fruit.
he is.
Oh,
Well, I
cool.
guess let's
Anita
go
said,
ahead and
"Keep
wrap it up.
going. These nails and two devices aren't working tonight." Buddha
Okay,
said, "Still fruit and oatmeal." Okay, cool. That's
cool.
really and that's good. Both
Remember
are
you were
good.
on your oatmeal kick?
We just talked about it. I'm ready to go back on my oatmeal kick.
I love maple and brown sugar oatmeal.
That sounds
That's
good.
good
It's
stuff.
good for dessert, I find. Like if you're trying not to eat like, processed desserts, and processed sugar, like there's so many things that
Throw
are
some
sweet.
strawberries and blueberries in there. Oh man,
Strawberries, yeah. Those are good too.
strawberries and blueberries in there.
I f-
A little bit of vegan butter, some sugar. Boom.
and oatmeal can lower your cholesterol and things too, so that's really good for you. And Dawn, with all those fruits, now you're making me want a fruit salad for dinner. Anita said guava, watermelon, pineapple, strawberries, bananas, and popcorn today. Nice. And popcorn. I just saw a
Nice. I
video on
like
how there's
that.
healthy benefits in popcorn. And I love corn. Some people don't eat corn, don't eat potatoes because it's high in this and that. It has lots of vitamins in it. Don't worry.
Hey, look, we came up with a new vegan version of we will guac you. Guac you,
Remember a
baby.
couple of weeks ago she did like a vegan, the Madonna song. Oh,
Like a
a
vegan.
guava.
Ooh,
Wait.
ooh, like a
What
vegan.
is guava?
I don't think we've
I've
ever
never
had
had
guava.
guava.
Is that like a melon
It because like a papaya. Sounds like something in that same family.
or like a kiwi?
That was really good. You have a good voice. You
Thank
just
you.
joking around and can sing better than me if I really like zone in and try. Oatmeal. Oh, Anita said she loves oatmeal and blueberries and a half of a blueberry scone. Well, hey, at least they
Nice.
were scones. We were watching this video a long time
The
ago.
sconces were working.
I don't know why that reminded me of that when it said scone.
And then scones. Yeah, there were scones from like the wedding singer. They were
I need to
cones.
diversify my fruit. She said she likes papaya. I don't. I feel like as much fruit variety as we
Yeah,
have,
we need to get into more of the tropical
exotic.
fruits like mangoes and kiwis and guavas and things like that. Just get out of our comfort zone with the regular status quo and start eating some of that stuff. That's good stuff too, you know.
Definitely the more variety because it's like,
We're dipping in there with the
yeah,
pineapple.
we went in the pineapple, like just. going into that, when I was reading about it, it's like so many things that it does, even like so many antioxidants, and it just like it helps absorb other nutrients into your body, and it was good for I think it was like skin and eyes,
We had
like every
peaches. Remember we got
peaches. Oh,
peaches?
now I miss peaches.
We need to get some plums too.
Yes, those peaches were really
But
good. They were
I love
small.
mangoes.
Yeah.
Mangoes are good.
I haven't had a mango in a while because I don't know. Our stores here tend to have the same kind of fruits, I feel like, or I need to go in a different,
Oh,
like different type of store.
cherries.
Oh yeah, I used to love those cherries.
Cherries are in season. We got to order some this week.
Someone, I think it was Erica from the Facebook group Vegan Knowledge was talking about mulberries today, and I didn't even know our mulberry tree in the store of her parking lot, or her grocery store parking lot, not her parking lot. And I was like, I didn't even realize there was a mulberry. Like I'm like, wait, I've heard of that, but
Round and round the
that's the
mulberry
only thing
bush.
I've heard about it. I also,
Have any of you in the chat section ever had Concord grapes?
oh, remember those the long black ones? Is
Well, they're not so much long, but they're little. They're what they use to make grape juice,
oh
and they're like the purest grape. I love Concord, and I haven't had them in years. But red grapes, a nice good red grape reminds me of Concord grape, but they're the very deep purple. They're the ones that come like straight off the vine.
oh, that sounds
I love
good.
Concord grapes.
Anita said she also had a whole tomato with sea salt. Oh, with cracked pepper. Oh, I love tomatoes.
That sounds
They're like
good.
that's a fruit, and it doesn't remind you that it's a fruit. Like I feel like there's maybe we'll do a stream on this. 5 things that remind you of vegetables, but they're actually fruit.
Avocado,
Mhm.
love them, love them, love them.
And then there's things like lentils I realized aren't necessarily classified as even beans. They're like what,
Hmm.
legumes? Did I say that right?
Legumes, they're
Legumes.
legumes.
Yes, she said, and that's
Legumes.
like this time of year, like the tomato sandwiches, I used to eat those a lot. Now when I want one, I just eat it with the vegan mayo, and good healthy bread. Um, I ate a lot today, but that's what happens. Like when you eat
You
good, you
do.
can eat a lot. Like you don't have to limit yourself. Like if you want even more tonight, you could continue to eat because everything that you're eating.
You tend to graze
Mhm.
when you're a
She's
vegan.
make me laugh. I want you next week. She's gonna have a video of like me looking like a cow
Mm.
because the way I would think that one stream we did, how our mouth goes in the circle, we're meant to actually chew and break down the sugar. I mean the nutrients, and sugar in fruits is good for you, and
Yeah,
carbs are good for you. I'm having these seeds of change rice, which I'm excited already to go make. I go through my periods of like all raw, and I'm on a period of like raw cooked vegetables,
I love the
rice,
fact that
beans
one of my
now.
favorite things for breakfast, like fried potatoes and
Oh
onions,
yeah.
I can still have stuff like that. Put a little bit of avocado, just a little bit of avocado oil in the pan, and fry up some potatoes and onions. Ah, throw a little bit of sea salt, pepper, and ketchup on there.
And
Ah,
you had that today. I watched you
that's,
eat it.
I had that this morning. I had that with some
You can
coffee,
have
and then
potatoes.
later on, I had one of those seeds of change
What?
rice and
You
pack
took
of
my
rice
seeds
with
of change rice. I'm just kidding.
well, you know what? You had cooked one last night and
Oh,
left it
because
in
I
the
cooked 2
microwave,
and I
and I
couldn't
threw it in
eat
the
the second one.
fridge. I ate the second one this afternoon and threw some lentils on top of that, threw some curry in there. Oh my God, that was so good.
And that's what we've been putting in at
Mm.
curry. And curry powder is really, really healthy for you for lots of reasons as a spice. So like I've been putting the curry in that rice with like and I was just doing a little bit of pepper with it, but a little bit of garlic even is good on too. All right. Well, thank you everyone. Let's always do that. How about at the end we ask everybody what they ate? I think Anita has just given
Sounds
us an
good.
idea. And Buddha, thank you for sharing. And Anita, thank you for sharing your honest
Thank you,
meal. And
ladies, for coming and hanging out with
thank
us.
you. And everyone,
Don't forget to smash the like button.
definitely.
Well, if you're ready, I will go ahead and light end this stream with the poem that you wrote.
and that you produced so beautifully.
Oh, thank you. And I will catch you guys. Anita, why don't you come hang out with us on my channel on Takeover Tuesday tomorrow? Talk about some 90 Day Fiance for a little bit. Buddha, I will see you there, girl.
Mhm. Thank you,
All right.
everyone. We are here every Monday. Some Mondays we're here at different times. We've got some guests coming up that we're in the middle of booking, hopefully, but we don't have anyone, however, for next week. So, Anita, if you can get that link going, we'd love you to come on. And everyone, thank you for joining. Buddha, thank you for being our moderator and for getting everyone loving the I don't know, like button.
Best moderator on YouTube.
Yes. I see when I get hungry and tired, I get myself all twisted up. Anita, thank you. And everyone that's listening later on, all our normal people who
Catching the
watch.
replay game.
And Dawn, thank you for putting this together and everything you do for the stream and for me.
You're welcome.
And
You're welcome.
I am so thankful to be able to be here and healthy enough to tell everybody this message. So thank you all for joining and for your support for the channel. And now I will leave you without my bad puns for a
Without
while.
further ado.
Have a great evening,
Peace and
everyone.
blessings, everybody.
If we can become a plant-based nation, we could get off all our medication. We want to keep doing things like we were, donating to organizations claiming to fight for a cure. But the cure is already in front of our eyes, and it's time for us to wake up and realize. We may not want to believe we have control. It's easier for most of us to metaphorically live in a hole. So many stories of how being plant-based has reversed disease. It's funny that we can't stop eating meat with ease. We want to continue to look for the answer, yet people have reversed even cancer. I think finally as a nation, it's time to give people the truthful information. Your hard-earned money is what you pay to take your medicine day after day. Sadly, there's a lot of money being made in people staying sick. This has to finally make something click. We have to have this revelation that a cure means not selling medication. There's so many myths and misconceptions, but it's eye-opening once you make the connections. That meat and dairy are causing insulin resistance, it's not sugar and carbs causing diabetes, for instance. Scientifically, our bodies are not set up like carnivores. We model those who eat plants. If you can heal, why not give it a chance? You follow your car's owner's manual for what gas it takes, yet for our bodies without care, we feed it steaks. That's like giving an unleaded car diesel to drink. Our bodies will reject it, don't you think? I'm not here to tell you what to do, but to be a voice, that when it comes to your health, you have the choice. With just a few adjustments to your diet, I can help if you just want to try it. I've found testimonials that people have reversed every ailment and disease by simply eliminating meat, eggs, milk, and cheese. There's a tasty substitute for all the things you already eat. You can get all your nutrients without eating meat. Save the animals, the environment, and yourself just by making a few different selections off the grocery store shelf. It's never too late. I've seen it work at all age ranges. It's my passion, and I can't wait to hear about your positive health changes. It's time for the world to wake up and heal, and you can start with your very next meal.